The next phase of COVID-19 vaccinations is beginning sooner than expected. It opens up the possibility that any Minnesotan who wants the vaccine could get one by late April. Governor Walz describes the situation as opening a new lane added to the highway. The next phase will include two priority groups. The first group, about 72,000 people, includes food plant workers and those with high-risk medical conditions. The second group, about 1.7 million people, includes adults with at least one underlying health condition, ranging from diabetes and heart conditions to obesity. This group also includes workers in key industries such as bus drivers, grocery store clerks, and airport security. Meanwhile, the state has begun releasing vaccination data based on race and ethnicity. The goal is to identify undeserved populations. Reporter Sonia Goins shows us what a Brooklyn Park clinic is doing to reach communities of color and immigrants.
The Brooklyn Park Hennepin Healthcare Clinic serves a very diverse population. Officials here have several things that they're doing to make sure anyone who's eligible to receive the COVID-19 vaccine can get one. 6 weeks ago, the Hennepin Healthcare Brooklyn Park Clinic transitioned from giving COVID-19 tests to administering the vaccine.
So you're going to get your Pfizer vaccine today.
Today, 66-year-old Clementine Wolo rolled up her sleeve. She says it only took her a week after she called to get the vaccine.
It didn't sting, it didn't hurt, so I was okay.
Clementine said it was important for her to get the shot.
Because I'm vulnerable, I'm 66 years old, and then I have diabetes.
But there are some people who are still hesitant to get the vaccine.
We are getting a lot of patients that are refusing the vaccine right now.
According to state data, nearly 91% of Minnesotans who have received the vaccine are white. That's compared to 3.5% who are black. During the height of the pandemic, Brooklyn Park and Brooklyn Center had the highest COVID-19 rates in Hennepin County.
We've seen a lot of people, a lot of patients of color come in scared.
To reach some of those folks, nurses and staff are going through medical records and making calls to let them know the vaccine is available.
And then we started to reach out to the highest risk first, and then anybody 65 and older after that.
They're also teaming up with community groups to help spread awareness.
We worked with a lot of religious leaders, so we're hoping between the partnerships across all of us that we'll be able to hit home with how very important this vaccine is.
Nurses are also talking with people who are in the clinic for other issues to see if they would like to be scheduled to get vaccinated.
Trying to get our patients in as quickly as we can.
And some doctors are going out in the community on their own time to share resources.
Education is the biggest thing that we can do.
In Brooklyn Park, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
The Maple Grove City Council will vote next week on final approval for a new apartment building in the city. Doran Companies is planning the fourth and final phase of the Reserve at Arbor Lakes apartment development. It's located at Arbor Lakes Parkway and Hemlock Lane. The proposal calls for a 5-story building with the first floor being parking. The project was actually designed to accommodate more tenants working from home, with an added business center put in the plans. The new building will have 164 units, putting the total for the entire development at just shy of 700 units. The project would fulfill one of the city's goals to have higher density living next to its retail core. We're approaching the 1-year anniversary of Minnesota's first COVID shutdown of restaurants and other non-essential businesses, which was initially billed as being 2 weeks to flatten the curve. In this week's edition of Takeout Tuesday, Delane Cleveland takes us to a Robbinsdale restaurant that's commemorating their anniversary with a tongue-in-cheek promotion.
Italy is roughly 4,800 miles away from the Twin Cities.
I've had the chicken bruschetta, I've had the spaghetti carbonara, I've had the fettuccine.
But if you're craving authentic Italian cuisine, you can find it within the friendly confines of Robbinsdale.
It's all authentic Italian cuisine, and it's great for families or for date nights or, just a regular night out on the town or a night out on the patio.
Jesse Flieger is the new owner of Nonna Rosa's. He took over last fall after the original owners decided they wanted to take a break from the restaurant business. And in just a few months,
got a new ceiling, new lighting,
new paint, new decor.
He's put his own mark on Nonna Rosa's, which originally opened along West Broadway in 2010.
We've added traditional Neapolitan pizzas and some flatbreads. We've upgraded the happy hour menu a little bit.
But longtime customers will still see all of their old favorites.
Fresh, better tasting than a lot of other Italian places that I've been. Different things on the menu that you don't see everywhere.
Mary Fry stopped in to order the chicken bruschetta. She's just one of the many Robbinsdale residents who show support for the local restaurants over the big national chains.
This city loves its locally owned businesses and operators, and even amongst the other business owners, it's been great.
That is to say, it's been as great as could be expected during a pandemic in which restaurants have endured a number of restrictions and shutdowns.
It's crazy how the year has been.
The first of which happened on March 17th of 2020.
We thought we were all going to close down for 2 weeks and everything would be back to normal. Didn't work out that way.
The initial COVID shutdown was supposed to last 2 weeks to flatten the curve. Instead, it lasted into June. So to commemorate the anniversary, Nonna Rosa's is offering a 2 weeks to flatten the price special, where everything will be 10% off starting March 17th.
We wanted to do something that was kind of tongue-in-cheek with the 2 weeks, but also to give something back.
Yet, unlike the first shutdown, the special will actually last just the 2 weeks.
I'm just glad they're still here.
In Robbinsdale, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.